look lovely.
Oh, thank you. So do you. I love your hair. So long. My gosh.
Thank you so
Jealous.
much. Thank you. So I'm pretty excited about Into the Deep. How excited were you to be a part of it? Because you look pretty
Oh,
kick-ass.
thank you. Yeah, I was super pumped, honestly. Like roles like this are always a blessing when they come around, when you get to be like tough and badass and whatnot. So I was very excited, and I think I pulled it off.
You
Just
totally
about.
did. You totally did. Did you have to do any preparation? Because I feel like you brought in a lot of the physical activity in there.
Yeah, I mean we shot the movie in 4 weeks actually. It was a pretty short shoot. It was like pretty crammed. So we didn't have loads of time to prepare. So I think we did like a stunt rehearsal in London before a couple of weeks before we went to Cornwall to film the movie, but everything was pretty on the fly, you know. So it was a bit crazy.
So you did have a stunt double for a couple of the scenes?
Oh no, I never had a stunt double. I never had a
Nice.
stunt double. I did everything myself, yeah. But we just had like a stunt rehearsal with like a stunt coach or whatever, who kind of just obviously told us how to do everything in a safe way.
Hmm.
Which, you know, by the time we got on the boat, we were like, there isn't really a way to do this super safely. Let's just give it a go and hope no one falls in.
Yes, we'll get back to the boat, but I do want to ask you about the safety tips because you did the amazing like leg lockdown. Like, how safe is that? I mean, you have someone's neck.
Yeah, I don't really know how safe that was. It's a great question. I mean, you know, me and Matt, we worked through it, how we were going to do it just before we shot it. And like with that kind of stuff, there's a lot of trickery, you know, like really Matt is kind of in control of the movements there. I just have to lock my legs in a certain position and make it look like I'm the one doing it, but he's the one who's in control of the moving, you know.
Mm.
Um, but when you watch it on screen, I mean, it looks like I'm actually strangling the guy. But yeah, I think it was safe. I mean, I hope so. I'm pretty sure Matt was fine afterwards. So
Yes, he looked okay afterwards.
yeah, it was all right.
So another one of the characters, major character was the boat, like you mentioned. What was it like filming in a boat? But because it looked pretty confined, tight space, or were you guys in an actual boat the entire time, or did you have like a setup on land?
Yeah, well, we were on a boat for 10 days out of the 4 weeks. So we were very much everything that you see that's above, you know, on the boat near the ocean, everything that's on the top deck was actually filmed at sea on the boat, and then everything below deck was filmed in a set build that was literally put up in a warehouse on like a farm in Cornwall. It's the beauty of independent filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, it was pretty gnarly being on the boat. I gotta say, like there was not a lot of space on that thing. um Definitely not enough space for a film crew. But we pulled it off just about. It's just a lot of teamwork involved, I guess. You know, everyone has
Mm-hmm.
to respect each other's space and try not to trip over anything or throw the camera into the sea and cost production like thousands of pounds, but luckily none of that happened, so
Yeah.
we made
I'm
it.
I imagine you have done a lot of challenging scenes on the boat, but one that I think was probably the one where you guys are having a good time at night, not trying to give any spoilers. Um,
Mhm.
how do you shoot a scene like that in a tight, small space, but in the dark?
Yeah, I mean, we shot that actually in the dark at night. I mean, it was freezing cold, and we were in bikinis. I mean, it was ridiculous. Between every single take, we was like blankets and hot water bottles and hand warmers and tea. Um, but yeah, again, like it's a real testament to the camera team and the DOP, Ian, and everyone who worked on that team, and our director Kate. I mean, they really pulled that off. You know, we just sit there and do what they tell us to do, and hope that it's going to look good, you know. And they're the ones that pulled off the spatial awareness of the movie. But yeah, I would say honestly, that scene, the scene at night, was the hardest thing, was making it look like we weren't freezing cold. because every time the camera would stop, we'd be like, so that was the hardest part of acting I think I've done in my career, was pretending to be warm.
So now let's talk about the rest of the cast. What was it like working with Matthew? You had a little physical scenes you mentioned, but also with Ella.
Oh, those guys are great, man. I mean, working with Matt was awesome because he was not afraid about, he was not afraid of the physicality of any of that stuff. He was very much like, just go for it, beat me up, like I can take it. It's gonna look better if you are really going for it, so don't be scared. And that was a real gift that he gave me, which it helped me look better at my job. And Ella-Rae is just flipping amazing. I mean, we became the best of friends on that job. I still talk to her like every day. And she's just a phenomenal actress, she's supernatural with amazing instincts. And I think she did a great job at bringing Jess to life. And so it was just lovely working with, it's really nice working with so few cast members, it's just the three of us for a month. So we really got to know each other and got to know each other's instincts in a scene, so by the time it's, a couple of weeks in, you can just go for it and it all works, It was great.
Now let's talk a little bit about the storyline. One of the nice things for indie films is that I feel like the storyline has a lot of content. What was it about the script that attracted you to be a part of it?
I mean, female revenge is something that I love to see. I love to see women getting their own back, It's not something that we've always been able to see in film. So I think that was the main thing, was just the idea of playing such a crazy woman, and getting to bring that to life, It's a pretty crazy storyline, but it's also weirdly like not that unrealistic, I mean, I think the craziest thing about it is that it's set at sea, but these kind of situations happen all the time, and that's where the real horror of it all comes in and the thrill of it comes in, because I think for me, reading the script anyway, I felt like this is something that could happen to me or one of my friends or my sister. I mean, it could happen to any woman really. And that's what's so scary about it. And so that's why it's awesome to play the character who comes in and, is not scared of men and is like ready to mess people up and get to the bottom of the truth, That's, who doesn't want to play that, It's awesome. It's so fun.
That's why I said you kicked ass, for sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate talking to you today. I got to see you on the surface of the water, and will we be seeing you under the sea very soon?
I think you might be. I like what you did there. I like what you did. Yeah, you will be. You will be. I can't say much more than that, but yes, I will be under the sea, sort of. I guess I'll just have to watch it and find out.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited for what? May 26th is the date? The Little Mermaid.
I know. Yeah. Oh my gosh, is that the date? Oh yeah, May 26th. It is.
That's the date I found.
You know more than me.
I'm informing you here. I'm informing you here.
Okay, I'm going to put it in my diary right now. Yeah.
Unless they make a change, but then I have no control.
I mean, who knows? Honestly, everyone's been waiting for this movie for a minute. So I would not be surprised if they were just like, let's just move it over by a month, just to tease everyone that little bit more, Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for that movie. I think a lot of people are, I think it's gonna be great. So I'm pumped. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll be waiting. Thank you so much for your time today and talking about Into the Deep.
Thank you. Have a great
You're
rest of your day.
welcome. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.